Hey y'all, it's me, Cody, and Diamond. Welcome to the CodiKnits podcast. This is episode 70 something, I think. Sorry, I can't remember. You will know because you have clicked on the video that says episode such and such. So, hey, I hope you're all doing really well. I'm Cody and this is Diamond. For those of you who may not know, I am a nurse practitioner and I work specifically with cancer patients, and I am coming to you from Atlanta, Georgia. You can find me on Ravelry, CodiKnits, and Cody is spelled with an I, C-O-D-I, and I'm most active on Instagram, and there I am nurse_Cody, and I'm on Facebook. Yeah, that's pretty much it. And I have the CodiKnits podcast on YouTube, and there's a CodiKnits podcast Ravelry group where it's not super active, but it is where I host some giveaways at times. So, the light, I'm sorry, it's going to be fluctuating a bit. I have a headache today. I think it's sinuses. And it's really hurting me, but I wanted the blinds open so you could see. But yeah, anyway, I have a bit to show you. I feel like I don't have much, but I have some, and some things to update you on and all of that. So, first off, if you have, if you want a prize for the hat knit along, Summer of Hats, or I think is what I called it. Please get in touch with me. I'm still waiting on one person to let me know, and they won the yarn from Night Owl Fibers. So I would like to get that set up for you. So go watch the last episode and get back to me. If I don't hear from that person by the next time I record, I'm gonna pick another winner. Let's see, and the person who won the Yarn Crush yarn, I will get that sent to you. Probably will be going on this coming up Saturday. Sorry, I'm a little behind on all that, but I've had a lot going on, haven't we? We've had a lot going on. So let's get into the knitting, shall we? Sorry, my nose is itchy, and I got my hair cut this morning, so I have little hairs. And then if I cough a lot, I apologize. I've been doing that for a long time. I'm actually going to be having a CT of my chest done in the next couple of weeks, and seeing a pulmonologist. Luckily, I work with pulmonologists, so that's very helpful. But I don't know really what's going on. I might have asthma. So we'll see. Or something, I don't know. I've tried everything from allergy medicines, and I've been seeing a GI doctor about reflux and all this kind of stuff, and nothing is making it better. So anyway, that's besides the point. Let's talk about some knitting. That's what we're here for. So I have some discharged discharged item. So that means they are finished and they get to go home. But this is actually a Christmas present for my aunt. And here they are. A pair of socks. Ooh, look, I didn't do a good job closing that hole there. But these are really nice. There are 2 of them. And they're almost matching. They're pretty close. I think I was off a row or so, because this toe had just a tiny, like the very last row, and then the Kitchener stitch was yellow and this one didn't. So I was off just a little bit. These have not been washed or blocked yet. But these are socks for my aunt for Christmas. And they are knit out of Knit Picks Felice yarn. I had 2 balls, and they're all, this is what happens when you pull from the center. They all get yucky. Let me get the ball band somewhere. I should have a ball band. Yes. So this is Time Traveler. Knit Picks, Felice Time Traveler. It's a 75% superwash merino wool and 25% nylon. And these are machine washable. The lot number for this is 66357. These were a gift, I think. But yeah, super excited about those. I went on, one of the reasons I've been so busy is I went on a trip to see one of my really good friends, Kelly, get married in North Carolina. We were in Wilmington, and on the train and everything, the plane and the bus, the train ride to the airport, which isn't really that much. I did do some knitting and sitting in the airport. I did some knitting, and I actually finished all of them while I was there, except for kitchenering, whatever that word is. Finishing the toe, sewing the toe up at the bottom. And I didn't have a darning needle or anything, so have a sip of tea. This is some Twinings herbal tea, and this is a something pomegranate. It's really good. I knit these basically 2 at a time. I knit the ribbing here is a 1x1 twisted rib. Oops, sorry, it's showing you the wrong side. It's a 1x1 twisted rib, and I knit each rib by themselves, and then I put them on and knit them concurrently until I got to the heels, and then I did the heels separately, and I maintained the striping sequence on them by pulling from the other end of the yarn to knit the heels. So you'll see how it kind of doesn't, and they're both different. So it's interesting how that works, but yeah, I just pulled from the opposite end of the ball, so that the striping sequence would maintain itself through here. You'd think I'd never done this before. Through here. And then it's just a vanilla sock with a Fish Lips Kiss heel, and I used Kay Jones from the Bakery Bear, her umbrella toe, and I really love this toe. It's easy, and I really like the way it fits my foot, but these are for my aunt, so she will probably like it too. She will. She likes the hand knit socks, but these are for her Christmas present. So, and I used, for the first time I've got these needles for this, and they are Haya needles, and they're 2.25 millimeters US ones, and it's a 47-inch long cable. The cable's okay. It's really flexible and stuff, but I just get annoyed with this. It gets twisted up and stuff like that, and I really like the needles though. The cable was gets on my nerves. I think I'm just so spoiled with my Chow Goose. It has a great join though, but if this doing this doesn't annoy you, then and it wasn't too bad, really. I mean, it's really not terrible, but it's enough that I noticed it every now and then. but it wasn't enough to make me not want to use them. So I really like these. I would give them like a 9 out of 10. And so, yeah, I would definitely recommend these. And I got these, went through security checks on my carry-on bag and everything to the airport. I did notice at one of the airports, I was like in Wilmington, I could see them. It was like nobody in the line. Basically, it's a really small airport, but I saw them. They ran it through and they like reversed it and then like did it again. I was like, oh, please don't take my needles, but they didn't. You didn't say anything about it. So that's exciting. So now let's go on to workups. My place, I've been sewing and my place is a mess and it's causing me anxiety. Like, I don't like things to be messy like this, but it's hard to put anything away. I'll show you more about that in a little bit. Okay. The other thing, really the only other thing I've knit on is in this bag. I love this bag. And you guys will be proud of me, but I'm a little bit concerned. So this is my Papa's pullover. I'm knitting for my godmother. That's what it looks like. And I'm using Kid Silk Haze, lace weight yarn, Rowan Kid Silk Haze held double. And this is well, it doesn't really say. Oh, there it is. 70% mohair and 30% silk. So last time I showed you, I was at a point where I needed to make the sleeves, and I have done that, but I'm a little bit worried because this is the sleeve, and I think I might have so you did a 3 needle bind off basically, which I'd never done before, but that was fun, learning experience. But I think I may have bound off too tight. I mean, because this stuff is, I mean, there is no stretch. And that's all there is to this sleeve. So I'm a little worried. But at least I know how to do it. And so I'm still, what I decided is, and there is no way that I could rip this out and not make a mess of it. So, I mean, I think I did a really good job with this seam. I mean, you can see it, but that you're gonna be able to. I think I did a good job as far as making it look neat and tidy. And on the inside, it looks really great too. See, that's the seam. However, I think I did it a little too tight, and she does in the pattern say bind off loosely, and I'm kind of a tight knitter, I think, already. So basically what I've done now, and this mohair gets everywhere. It makes you all fuzzy. Wow, my forehead is really shiny. Side note. But basically where I'm at now is I am knitting in the round. So this is the top, and these are the sleeves, and they will stretch a little bit that way, but I'm afraid we'll see. So I'm gonna keep knitting and I'm gonna give it to her, and if it doesn't really fit right, what I'll do is just make another one, and next time I'll be better at it because I've knit it before. But I will be able to, I will remember to bind this off a little more loosely. but this, just because of the nature of this kid silk haze, it's really hard to undo without breaking the yarn and really messing it up. So yeah, anyway, so now basically I am to the point where I just need to knit in the round for the body, and then you do some ribbing and bind off, I believe. So hopefully I'll have that done by Christmas. I need to put some work on it because I haven't done so in a couple weeks, really. But yeah, kind of excited and kind of nervous at that because it's been a lot of work. I mean, this is lace. This is essentially, I guess, a fingering weight sweater. But it helps knitting on, I'm knitting it on pretty big needles. So that takes, so they're US 10s. So that, you know, there's something to be said for that. So it's a nice, it's really lightweight, airy, fluffy. You know, you can see through it. So hopefully she'll like it. Hopefully it fits right. And I don't want to lose any stitches. So yeah, that's really all the knitting. Oh no, I got one more. So I took our hats that you guys donated to the patients this week because it's cold. It got cold or chilly here the past week or so, especially this weekend. I mean, yesterday was the first time we had like frost warnings and stuff. Oh, that tea is so good. So, and one of the nurses that I work with, she was like, I've been trying to find someone to make little hat sets for my daughter and her baby. She's got 2 daughters with babies, I think. And so she asked if I would knit her something. So what I told her, and I didn't think she was going to actually do it, but what I said was, if you go to Ravelry, and I told her Ravelry, and make an account, and find a hat pattern that has, you know, sizes for an adult and a baby size, and you go and go do that, and then once you do that and find one you like, come and let me know, and then I'll tell you what kind of yarn to get, and then we'll talk about that. So I did, and like I went and I saw a patient or two, and then I came back and she's like, I have this pattern, and this is the one she picked. It's a free pattern on Ravelry from Plymouth Yarn, and it's called the Colorando hat. Baby, child, and adult lacy beret is what it says. And this is really has a few different sizes, and it has a little chart section there. If you can't read a chart, you're not going to be able to use this pattern because it's not written out. But it looks kind of cute, and she wanted something very variegated, and so I've cast this on and ripped it out once because I messed up, but I cast it back on, and this is where I am at. Just done 10 rows of 2x2 ribbing, and then some increased stitches. So we're there. This is how much I knit before I ripped it out. That's okay. Because she's paying me for these, so I want to do it right. So she picked out a couple. So she got this. She went to Michael's. Got this. She went at lunchtime that same day and got this yarn. So she got a few skeins of this. This is Karen Simply Soft, and it is 5 ounces, 141 grams, 235 yards, and the color is called Times Square. And it's these really cute. It's pinks and purples, aqua, tealy blues. Very nice. It's very soft. So I gotta knit like a couple of. I gotta knit an adult and a baby. I start with the adult because I figure if I do that one, those take the longest, and then doing the baby will make it seem like it went by faster. And then she also picked out these colors here. That one's got people's names on it, so let me show you this one. It's this Red Heart Super Saver. This is a lot, I mean, it's not as soft as this, but it's a lot softer than the Red Heart Super Saver I used to get. I have not bought this kind of yarn in a long time, like the Red Heart. I haven't bought Red Heart, so, let's see. This is 5 ounces again. The color is Monet, like the painter, and it really does look like they're his colors. So this is more like a purpley green blue color. So she liked those. So I gotta knit some hats for that. And then if I have leftover, she said if I had leftover and I had time, she would like scarves. So I told her it would probably be pushing it, but there is this pattern that I knit a long time ago in one of these crochet One Skein Wonder books, and it was like just a cute little scarf I've knit before that is like a lacy scarf. It's probably what it's called, lacy scarf or something. But it didn't take very long to crochet, so I might try to get those. And she said she would pay me some, but it's hard to figure out how much to charge. But that's all I have been knitting on lately. Ooh, I'm wearing hand knit socks today. These are my Minocqua in Autumn socks is what I named them. I got the yarn when I was living in Minocqua, Wisconsin. And the colors, the orange and the yellow, really reminded me of the leaves in the fall there. It really is a beautiful place. I just didn't particularly like working there. That's a whole nother story. Some of the people I work with I love, but couple people were rough. So I got some things in the mail I wanted to share with you, and one of them is this bag. I'm like the only person in the whole world who does not have a Fat Squirrel bag. Amy Beth, she, sells at Rhinebeck, all kinds of places. She has her own website. If you just Google the Fat Squirrel project bags, it comes up. That's how I got it. And I never get an update. Like, I'm bad. If people only have stuff in their shops at certain times and you have to, like, get there on a certain time or something, I'm terrible. I just don't. So, I just happened, this would be like, I think I went and this was the only bag left. And I actually, when she was showing them off on her podcast, Fat Squirrel Speaks, I was like, oh, that's really nice. It's like autumny. It's got different leaves, fall colored leaves, and it's got coffee cup, and it's a neat size. This one I don't really have. It's got the box bottoms, and it has this pull handle I really like, zippered, and it's lined. Oh, and she includes some lavender. Oh, you want to smell it? It's like a lavender sachet, and oh, it's so nice. Very, very well made, of course. And so I now have a Fat Squirrel Speaks bag. Yay! Thanks. I know, Amy Beth, you do not watch my podcast, but thank you if you ever do. It's very, very well made. I really, especially from what I'm about to show you, I really appreciate the amount of work and time and energy you put into these. It's beautiful. And thank you. Absolutely gorgeous, and you do a great job. And thank you so much for what you provide to the knitting community, and the love and the smiles I always get from your podcast and your wonderful energy. So thank you, in case you ever happen to be watching this. I love this bag. And I also got my next Yarn Crush box, so I wanted to show you that. Kind of neat. I really like this one. so I'm keeping it. But I'm keeping it only because this yarn, I'm gonna be making a hat for someone for Christmas, and it's just perfect for them. But it came with this yarn, beautiful red. This is interesting because it looks like it's black and red, if that makes sense. It's like it almost looks like it was black yarn and then dyed red. I don't know, I don't think that's possible, but that's kind of how it looks. It's like there's like an undertone or something where there's black in there. And red is one of my favorite colors. It's not necessarily one that I wear a whole lot. I think I look better in blues and greens, and I do like those, but I really like red. Red to me is a very passionate color. It's very, it's the color of blood, which is life. So I really like red. And this is a yarn, I've never heard of this company before. Feisty Fibers. It's worsted weight. It's 100% superwash merino. It came with 200 yards. And then color is called Rapture. It's absolutely gorgeous. It's super soft. It smells not woolly, but it doesn't smell like dye or anything. So it doesn't really have much of a smell to it, but it kind of just smells like the box. But it's beautiful. And then it came with a cool little wrist ruler. It's white. I might use this as a giveaway because I don't typically, I don't know, I like it. But white is hard to keep clean. So I don't know if I'm going to do it as a giveaway or let me just keep it on. I'm going to keep it on and see if I end up liking it. But I wanted to show it to you. I didn't want to wear it and get it all dirty before I showed it to you. But basically, it's a ruler, and it just is it's a bracelet. It's like rubber, and it has it's a ruler on it. You have the centimeters and inches on there. And then what else came? And it had the little book. And it had this cute little hat pattern on there, and it also had a crocheted hat pattern. The wrist ruler, this rubber wrist ruler made by I Love Handles, is a silicone wristband with engraved inch and centimeter measurements. You can wear this vegan-friendly and waterproof ruler everywhere and never take it off, so you're always ready to measure your knitting or crochet project whenever you need to. The retail value for that, it says $10. So I'm sure if you Googled it, you could find one if you're interested. And they said they're $10. And then the yarn was retail value $25. And then the patterns, they said they were $10 a piece. But yeah, so far I've been enjoying this little subscription. It's fun to get mail, right? So I showed you that, so now I can actually cast it on. I have so many things I want to cast on. And I have a lot of yarn. One thing I want to do is sit in my yarn stash and put them and decide what I want to knit with it, because I have a lot and I need to knit. Some of it's just knit socks, but some things I want to pick what I want to knit. So that's really all the knitting I have for you. But I've been doing some sewing, and Kirby has been doing a lot of sewing, and we have officially opened the Etsy shop. And it's called the number 2 and then dye, like DYE, and then the number 4 and then arts, ARTS, to dye for arts. And we've been working really hard, and I've been practicing sewing a whole lot. And we got some stuff in there up and ready for you. And I've also put in a couple of handmade things. I've done some crochet and knitting things, a couple of hats. So I just wanted to go through those if you're interested, and show you. And if you are, then head on over there and check it out. But let's see. I just wanted to go through and show you them really quickly. This is our medium-sized crochet, medium-sized knitting bag. These are windowed, so there's a window there, and you can see the inside lining fabric for this one is white polka dots. And we do a cased drawstring, and this is my least favorite part. And I'm really bad at it. So if you buy one that I did, just be prepared to know that this is ribbon here, and sewing that on is it sucks for me. I'm just have a really hard time about keeping the ribbon and everything straight, and I pin it and everything, and I still have a hard time. So yeah, they're not perfect. They're handmade, just so you know. But there shouldn't be anything like, there should be no seam like busted or anything like that. So if for some reason you get one that is like that, then just send it back to us and we'll get you another one, or give you your money back, whichever you prefer. But this is cased ribbon, drawstring, and it says, keep calm and eat bacon. It's got little pigs on there. And then there's a couple things that will go in there that I've just been making. This is just a plain drawstring bag. It's got a silver lining. Silver lining. And it's just a normal drawstring bag. I like this better. So, yeah, that was much easier for me. But I'm still learning. I haven't really been sewing all that long, so I've got to remember that. This is an example of our smaller size, and the actual measurements are listed on there. But this is a nice green and navy print, and the inside is a navy, like a dark navy print, and it's a cased lining. This one has the green drawstring pulls. I don't want to wrinkle them, so I'm not pulling them all the way, but this is the small size. So we actually got 3 of those. Most of them we just have 1 or 2 of. So there's that. These are some of my favorite ones. This fabric here, these are called on their Sparkly Galaxy. I don't know if you can tell, but it's very sparkly. There you go, sparkly. And the lining on the inside is really cool because it's got constellations. This is another medium size case lining drawstring, or case drawstring bag. So I got 2 of those. 2 of those. Oh, here's another keep calm and eat bacon. I thought I had 2 of those. And this one says coffee, work, wine, repeat. Again, the cased drawstring. I got 2 of those. The difference is this one has some polka dot ribbon. The other one was just plain black. And these are fun. This is Creativity is Messy. And it's got some of the Singer sewing machine lining. And it just has a orange. This is navy, the casing, and the pull is orange. This one is a Creativity is Messy, and it's got the yellow pull. And then this one is just a regular drawstring. It doesn't have the case, but it's got a green. So these I think I enjoy making better. I'm just not as good with that one. So really, what do you guys think? What do you prefer? I mean, we'll do whatever you guys want if you guys want them. And this is going to be something we just do when we have time, and we get together and do some sewing, and when we have things, just going to put them up there. So it's really just something we've been doing for fun. This one's beer, craft beers, and it just has a plain cream lining. This is also a medium size. And then this one is a coffee shop. And it's got the sewing machine linings with the brown drawstring. And this one's got the like orangey yellow. And I like them with longer pull strings. So what do you guys think about that too? And then this is another kind of coffee tea. But those are fun. These are the coolest ones to me, the ones I'm about to show you. And these are special to me anyway. They're these. And this square here is hand-dyed fabric. And this one was, she dyes using, I guess she calls it eco-dyeing. So she uses natural things like indigo and things like that. And I try to put that in the description, what she used to dye it. And then this is just some cream, and it is this line. They're all lined in the same cream. But these have box bottoms, and they're drawstring. This one's kind of fun because it has little owls. But yeah, they're a little wrinkly, so I will try to iron them again before I send them. But so she has different ones, and each one of these is kind of unique design on there. So we wasn't sure if that would be something you guys would be interested in having. I think this was dyed, with a black walnut, I think. And something was dyed with cochineal, whatever that is. And something has logwood or something like that. And then these are a little bit bigger, but just a little square. See, you can just see how they're all a little bit different, right? So yeah, that's pretty much all the bags. We'll have some more different little things going up. I'm working on a zippered kind of bag. I enjoyed making some zippered bags the other day. It was easy putting a zipper in. I thought it was going to be hard, but that was easy. That's easier to me. It's easier for me to put in a zipper than it is to sew this little casing on straight. I don't know. Might just be me, but so that's up. And then I have I wanted to show you, I do have this shawl up in there. This is a virus shawl that I crocheted. So that's up there in the shop if you're interested. And then I wanted to show you too, I have a couple of hats that I knit in there, and if you buy, let me show you. So it's a hat, this big chunky hat. You've seen me make these, and then the cowl to match. So basically, you're gonna get this. You buy the hat and you get the hat and the cowl. And then the other hat I give to one of my patients. Like I put it in for charity. And most of the hats have the pom-pom is just tied on. So you can take it off if you don't like the pom-pom. Or if it's a little too wobbly, you can just tighten it up. But so you'll see those in there, and I put in when they have a friend. a hat that's going to be donated, it's in the description. So these are on there. So go check that out if you're interested. I have a few sets of those. And then I also put up this in there. This is the lavender little baby blanket. Well, I guess it's like a stroller or car seat blanket because it's longer. It's pretty long. It's like a big rectangle and wide. And I can't remember the dimensions off the top of my head, but it's on there. And this, I washed it and dried it in the dryer, and it's so soft and so drapey now. So it's really, really nice. It smells really good. If you're allergic to Gain soap or Downy, then sorry. You'll have to wash it again, I guess. I just wanted to wash it in the wash machine and dryer because it's acrylic, and I wanted to see how it would turn out before I just gave it away or sold it or whatever. So anyway, that's just there if you're interested. No pressure or anything. Just something we've been doing for fun. And I've been sewing a lot. We have some other fabrics I'll show you that'll go up shortly, hopefully in the next couple of weeks. But this is an example, just some more. They're more like wintry theme. This one's one I actually made. And let me just show you when I tell what I made. So this is a small drawstring case lining, and the inside is these little puppy dog snow prints, and it's super cute. And these kind of sparkle, the snowflakes sparkle. But I just want to show you, I don't know if you can really tell, but the lines here to sew this into place get a little wobbly. And I try really hard, and you can barely see it, I know, and most people will say quit being so picky, but it doesn't. I just want to point it out because I don't want people to think they're going to be perfect bags, and then they get there and they're like, whoa, that's a wonky little seam there. But yeah, I mean, it works great and everything. So, and I think it's really cute. So I have this, and I have some other fun little fabrics that I got, and we'll be working on those over the next couple of weeks. But that being said, my apartment, I don't have a sewing room. I just have a 1-bedroom apartment, so it's messy. And it's driving me a little bit crazy. So, part of me wants to just put everything away and take it out next weekend. But the other part of me is like, well, if it's out, I'm more likely to work on it, like do a little bit of sewing when I come home or something from work. So I'm really torn. But also at the same time, the mess, and it's making me anxious. I don't know, it's weird, I guess. But anyway, that's really about it. Thanks for sticking around with me. It is coming up. It's already November. Thanksgiving is coming up soon. I hope you all get to enjoy some time with your family and eat, but don't overeat because then you feel miserable. Yeah, so I hope you have a good time, and hopefully I'll get to talk to you before then, or sometime around there. I'll try to record another podcast. But if you guys have any questions, just feel free to send me a message on Instagram or Ravelry. Instagram I get faster at responding with, just because it's on my phone and I don't check Ravelry every single day. But yeah, got a lot going on here and lots of crafting and sewing, and knitting. I got some of these hats I gotta get cracking on, so I'm gonna get to it. So I need to do all the laundry for the week and all that because it's Sunday and I gotta go back to work tomorrow. And I'm just waffling on now. Anyway, I hope you're doing well, and hope you're getting lots of knitting in. If you have any questions, again, feel free to reach out to me, and we will see you next time. Bye.